47, take this call in the vicinity of 4913 Dover. That's 4913 Dover. Investigate the unknown trouble. Code 2.
56-1 in service. Starting mileage 10,638. 10638.
5610-4, mileage 10,638. Detective Unit 56 in service on the night watch.
This is Don Reed, police recorder. You're riding in a detective unit. Black sedan, radio buried in the glove compartment. No identification as a police car. Driving, Sergeant Ron Perkins. Partner, Sergeant Kurt Walter. All of us dressed in civilian clothes, sports suits, overcoats. This is Detective Unit 56.
Wonderful.
So while you're with it...
Did you read 47's call on unknown trouble?
56, Roger.
56, follow up on this investigation.
56, Roger. 4913 Dover, right?
56, 10-4.
We'll follow up the radio car on unknown trouble. But as I was saying, while you're with us tonight, remember, the people you meet are not actors. You're listening just as it happens. Because this is it. This is real. This is Night Watch.
Night Watch, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound is authentic. Wherever Detective Unit 56 is called, you follow as the official police recorder transcribes the investigations. Night Watch is presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. We transfer you now to Detective Unit 56, operating somewhere in the field on an unknown trouble call, and to police recorder Don Reed.
Unknown trouble call.
Bill, you want to take the rear?
Keep our eyes open. Can be anything. Can be nothing. Most of the house is dark. Few lights. 2 uniformed officers taking off from the rear. Check the building out. Flashlights disappearing in the dark. There's a man stepping out of the shadows. Sergeant Perkins going over.
I'm the man that put in the call. Heard a scream and sounded like a body falling.
Whereabouts?
In that little house there in the rear.
Okay, you wait here. We'll check it out.
Apparently, disturbance originated in a small house in the rear of the lot. There's a thick growth of trees in front, making our way along the path. Flashlights darting about. Well, nothing yet. Here it is, tiny house. 1, 2 rooms. Light on. Uniformed officers coming up. Bill Hebbard and his partner.
Bill, see if you can hear anything. There's some kind of beef in there. Let's go.
Up on the porch.
You having some trouble here? Having some trouble here? Oh, no. We're going to call it.
Elderly man in screen. Blood on white shirt.
You having trouble, man?
Yes.
What's his trouble?
Well, he left here at 5:30 and he turned...
Elderly woman, about 80. Long flannel nightgown.
I hit him. If you want to take me to jail, I'm ready to go. Or anywhere else. He does that all the time.
Well, this is going to stop. We can't have any,
You don't know the abuse that I do take. I go along up there, see his cars in the front of them old dirt on. And then he says his work call there. And then if I say anything, oh, he just calls me every name and lays his tongue to.
I don't say a word under it. She just told me about nothing.
I have to lie.
What happened to the blood here? Where'd you get the...
I hate it.
She,
I never hurt him.
Turn your head around.
oh,
Oh, it's just skin.
All right, and I'll tell you what. It's you to go to bed. It's you to go to bed. Don't want any more noise. We don't want any more calls.
well,
The neighbors have complained. If we have any more calls down here, we'll have to take somebody to jail.
Well,
you go on.
you tell him to come home like a gentleman and
I'm
treat
telling
me
you
right.
both right now, I'm not going to enter into your...
Treat me right.
I'm not going to enter into your private affairs, your domestic troubles at all. But we're interested in keeping the peace and quiet
I
down
know
here.
that.
that's what I want.
These officers
So why
get another
don't you
call.
do it then?
These officers get another call down here.
We'll just take you all into jail.
That's all right.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
going to be up there
that, too.
somebody
So if
else.
you go in and go to bed, and you're in two different rooms, you can't argue.
Well, when they come from here, them lights for me to go in there and cook me supper.
Listen. Just listen to me a minute. We want to keep it quiet here. There's people in this neighborhood that want to sleep.
That's right.
I do too. Now, if we get another call down here, we're going to take you both down to county jail.
I don't care if you take me now.
Well, I don't care what
you
either.
take me right now if you want to.
You want to be booked? You want to go to jail?
No, I want you to take me
All right,
now.
then go to bed and go to
All
sleep.
your friends know about it?
All right, where are you going to sleep?
That's what will
Where are
happen.
you going to sleep? Why don't you go in there and shut the door and go to bed, huh?
Yeah, that's what's the matter. He don't get everything.
How long-
First time.
How long have you been married, sir? How long have you been married,
That's
sir?
first time. Well, I'm glad to call.
50 years. Like 50 years you've been married?
I think some be y'all.
Well, things will probably be a little different than you go in there and go to sleep. Oh, well. Okay, right now. Then we'll leave.
Okay.
Good night.
You better stay. Like you ain't calling me more than my
Husband heading for bedroom. Well, that should quiet things down. Temporarily.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, you know something, fellas? They've been married 50 years.
50 years.
50 years. Let's see what you're getting
I
into.
just thank jail once for being drunk. You never have had me. Because I don't do nothing but decent.
Good night. Shut the door. Go to bed. Good night. If you're just going one way,
22 years
and there, we might have some long morning.
Did you get the impression that that man may be Henpeck?
I don't know, but I don't know whether he's married or not, no. Well, I'll give you a rough idea what it's like after 50 years.
After 50 years, I think they deserve to have a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Control 1 to all units. Be on the lookout for a light blue sedan, make unknown, contains one occupant, partial license number 4 Baker 290. This car wanted by LAPD for armed robbery. KMA 394.
I'll jot that number down, Kurt. 5-6-1, clear on the 214 call. Advised.
5610-4. 561019. The juvenile officers would like to see you in the station.
5-6, Roger. Be in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, Jim. Come on in. Yeah, we'll be glad to.
What's up?
Oh, Ross picked up a couple of 14-year-old boys carrying some liquor. Wants us to talk to them.
Evidently, this was the reason we were asked to return to the station. In plain clothes, 2 jars under his arms. Jim Ross, juvenile officer.
While en route to the station, we saw 2 others walking down the street with carrying what could be possible saps. We stopped and asked them a few questions and see that they were carrying 2 jars of preserves. So to make sure that they were telling us the truth, we opened the jars and it apparently is alcohol or some type of whiskey. So we decided to bring them on in and find out where they got it and what they were going to do with it.
Have you smelled this?
Yes, we checked it. 100 proof.
More than 100 proof.
You want to talk to our suspect in that?
One at a time.
You want to talk
First boy in office. Butch haircut. High field boots. Air Force jacket. Eyes glancing from officer to liquor to officer. Sickly smile.
What are those bottles?
There's all sorts of stuff in them.
What?
See, there's Egg and Hag, Early Times, Sweet Vermouth. Let's see, some gin and some flavoring. Some stuff that's in a light blue bottle that's for putting in Manhattans or something like that.
What are you going to do with it?
We're going to get a little high, and have a good time.
Just the 2 of you?
Mm-hmm.
How often does this go on?
Oh, I don't know. Well, every month, I guess, something like that. Not too much. We don't carry to success,
How old are you?
14.
How old your buddy?
14 or 15,
Where did you get the whiskey?
in his house.
Take out a bottle at his place?
Mm.
His folks know about it?
His mother left before we got in the bottle. No, she doesn't.
What are your folks going to say?
Well, I don't know. I told my old man, we get around quite a bit together,
Okay,
got no business with that in your possession. You got no business drinking it. If your folks don't see that you refrain from drinking it, I will. In trouble before?
Yes, sir.
What for?
Stealing the car.
What else?
And that's all.
Stuff would kill you. Have you tasted that?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
It's all right except for the sweet vermouth.
You don't like that?
No, I like it when it's not involved with whiskey. It doesn't taste too good. It takes the taste out of whiskey.
And you're 14?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know when to stop drinking it?
Well, when we start laughing around, that's about as far as we go.
You get pretty drunk, or?
No, not to excess where you wake up with a hangover.
I think if you drank that, you'd have quite a hangover. Came up in your boy.
So much for the first one. Into the office. Second boy.
Good source of trouble.
Concoction mixed at his house. Hair over eyes. Adolescent complexion.
How old are you? 14. What are you doing with that stuff?
Drinking.
Wine.
Get drunk.
Wine.
For the fun of it.
Your folks know about it?
No, sir.
Where did you get the stuff?
In my house.
You been in trouble?
Yes, sir.
What for?
For hit and run in a car and robbery.
Robbery?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of robbery?
Taking money out of lockers at Beach Club.
And you're how old?
14.
Folks aren't home, huh?
My mom isn't.
Your dad home?
I don't have one.
Okay. Put your stuff in your pocket and wait outside. Oh, I tell you, good soul for trouble. Just as blasé as you pick them up for chewing gum. 14 years old. That amount there can make about 5 of them drunk. That amount can make me drunk for a week. Did you smell that stuff? Wine, gin, whiskey, and vermouth. I don't understand it. First kid just, so we caught him. So what? Not much else we can do but book them and call their parents. It's good enough.
You are listening to Night Watch and following the activities of Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty. Remember, the people and sounds you are hearing are real, and the investigations are recorded in the field as they actually occur. And now it's back to Night Watch, as we return you to headquarters where an investigation is underway, and your official police recorder, Don Reed.
Juvenile officer spent an hour on the phone attempting to locate parents of boys. First boy will have to stay with us overnight. Parents out of town. Located mother of second boy. On her way in the office now. Son behind her. Sheepish grin.
Did your boy tell you what happened on this?
Well, I think I got it.
What do you think happened?
Well, they got in my liquor supply and poured a little bit out of each one and put it in a bottle and were taking it over to this dance, apparently. Like good Hagen scotch.
Maybe you're not aware that apparently this happens quite often. And
Oh, right. Well,
actually, the boy didn't commit any crime. He was just possession of an alcoholic beverage.
well, I know. I mean, it was a very silly thing to do, I think.
And we do have a law against that. I think it might be better if you'd lock up your liquor store.
Well, I was going to say, it looks like, I mean, it's a crime, a shame to have to not be able to trust your own boy, but it looks like I'm going to have to put a padlock on the thing.
We're not going to take any further action on this, except we'll put him on a 6 months voluntary probation, and with the idea that he will not do any drinking or be in possession of alcohol. And if he's picked up again, we'll refer back to this, and we'll take legal action by filing a petition with the juvenile court. Do you think that you'll be in here again for the same thing?
No, sir. Well, let's hope he isn't in here for anything again. I mean, that's what I'd like to teach.
Well, drinking in juveniles is a major problem in the United States, and especially on the West Coast. And it causes a great deal of trouble.
What do you do with kids in the teens? Shoot them until they're 21 and then dig them back up again or something? But I'm getting so I'm ashamed to walk by a police station anymore. You wonder what you are supposed to do. You try, and you try to do the right thing, and yet it doesn't really make that much difference.
Well, anytime that you feel that you can't handle him or he doesn't mind, if you'll just give us a call, we'll be glad to come down and try to...
Well, it isn't that. I mean, when I tell him, no, he can't do something, that's all right. But, geez, I mean, the minute I let him out again, well, if he starts getting into difficulties, why...
We don't want to see you in trouble. We're not trying to prosecute you. But you're through as far as your drinking. You're 14 years old. You're through. So that's it.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Jennings? You can release the second boy. Mother's on her way out. Right. Did he go down?
Yeah. You think his mother had a headache? I wonder what would have happened to him if he'd have drank that stuff.
Kurt, let's check this car out. It doesn't look like it belongs here.
I want to come
Good.
5-1, see the lady regarding 459.
Throw your light over here, Kurt. See if you can read that registration. I'll check out the back. Wow, where'd that guy go?
Hey, that's a blue sedan, too.
Yeah, let's get him. Okay.
Taking off in pursuit. Dark sedan. Disappearing around the bend, just see the taillights. Car, similar description used in hold-up tonight in downtown Los Angeles. Cut in our siren. Walter using the hand spotlight with a red lens. Traffic pulling over to the right. Gaining on the suspect's car. He's in the middle lane and really rolling. Close the range to about 300 yards. Red light pouring in through his rear window. Suspect cut his lights, flipping off at a side street. Running in the dark now. Making a sharp turn into a driveway. We're bouncing in behind. Guns out. Just one occupant. Perkins getting him out. Walter covering from the right. Suspect out. Hands up.
All right, take him down. I got him covered. Keep your hands out of your pocket.
Shaking down the suspect. Walter searching. Perkins holding a gun on him. Checking the license number of the car. It isn't the one wanted by LA for 211. Hold up. Elderly woman, out of back door. Bathrobe, curlers.
Okay, put your hands down. Get your driver's license.
Suspect in glare of headlights. About 19. Appears sober. No sign of alcohol. Confused. Eyes glazed. Not sure we're getting through to him.
Chasing him and hitting him. He's my son.
We're not interested whether he's your son or not right now. We're interested in he tried to get away from a police car.
Oh.
What'd you turn your lights off for?
I turned and I came home.
Did you hear our siren?
I heard your siren when they hit me in the mouth. I said I didn't have no jerk chicks.
You know what you're required to pull over and stop as soon as you hear a siren?
I pulled over and said to the right. They hit me in the mouth and they said
You turned your lights off about a block and a half back. Why did you do that?
I pulled over to the right.
You turned your lights off
stopped.
as you come up the street.
As you understand, some guy was going to...
I understand, but why did you turn out your lights?
Somebody was going to hit me with a bong, hit me in the mouth. He was trying to kill me.
But you knew this was a police unit, didn't you?
Sergeant Perkins talking with the mother. Let's move over there.
Innocent man, he never do no wrong to nobody. He never do no wrong, but he's thinking his head.
No, but when he tries to outrun that siren on the red light. Oh, there's a red light on the car. There's a siren on it. He kept on going, he'd have been shot at.
Yeah. He don't have no gun.
If he hadn't come in here, if he'd gone straight up and turned on Venice, we'd have fired on him.
Well, he's not a thief.
As far as we were concerned, he was hot.
Well, he's not a thief. He's not a...
We chased him for a mile, trying to stop him. What do we have to do to stop the man? I don't know what else we can do to identify ourselves, but turn a red light on and put a siren.
Well, shoot the tires next. To shoot the tires. You don't have to kill a man for nothing.
Have you ever tried to hit a target at 60 miles an hour? You don't know whether you hit the tire, whether you hit the person or the car.
His mother's advice. Shoot the tires next time he tries to run away. Back to the suspect. Confused expression still there.
You were going the wrong direction for the police department.
I was going to the police department.
You were coming away from the police department. You heard the siren, didn't you?
He threw a bottle at me. I had to get away from there. He kept swinging a bottle at me. He kept kicking at me.
Mother says he's mentally unbalanced.
Is that what it is?
He kept
How much did you drink?
He's too big guy to
Look at your head.
They're still over there. Still over there. Clean across the head.
I don't see no marks on there.
No, there's a big scar all the way across. They punched me over the head with an iron.
There's no lump on there, sir.
There is there.
No, there ain't.
There is there.
Just stay right there.
Suspect claims head wound. Unvisible. Perkins, Walter, off to one side.
He's mentally off a little bit. As a result of the war. And he has his asthma. And I think probably in the best interest is just release him to them.
I think that would be the best deal under those circumstances.
Kids here at the house, and the mother and the sister both promised to take care of him, see that he wouldn't drive a car again.
Well, he's darn lucky we didn't shoot him.
I know it.
I was thinking to get worried there for a minute.
And that's his father right there, too, saying release him to him.
Okay. We'll make sure they understand.
Yeah.
Okay, doke.
I'll give this back to him.
Right.
Move back onto the father and son now.
Here's your driver's license, sir. Put it back in your pocket. We're going to give you a break on this thing because of the trouble you had down there at the bar. And we want to be sure that you understand. Yes. Don't you ever do that again. When you turn your lights off, when a police car is chasing you, you're just asking for trouble.
Sir, could you do me a favor to go back and see?
All right, we'll drive by there, and if we can find any trouble there, we'll take care of it.
Yes, sir.
But in the future, don't you try to run from a police car.
All right.
And be sure you don't cause any more trouble.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
5-1 requesting 7 alarm. 5-1, okay, 7.
I think we'd better back out a little slower than when we came in here. All clear over here. Well, I saw a lot of guys come out of the war like that.
Me too.
What you have just heard is real, recorded as it actually happened on The Night Watch. We switch you now to headquarters in the office of the Chief of Police, W.N. Hildebrand.
Tonight's first investigation amounted to separating an elderly couple having a quarrel. However, I want to point out that when answering an unknown trouble call, the officers must be extremely alert and on the lookout for anything. The second case of the boys carrying liquor resulted in both subjects being given 6 months probation by our Juvenile Bureau. This case will be filed away with hundreds of other routine investigations, but it is important in the fight against juvenile crime to stop a situation before it gets out of hand. And now the final investigation, where Detective Unit 5-6 was in pursuit of a suspect's car, which failed to stop on warning of red light and siren. As you heard, the subject was released to his parents. I realize there are people who might question this decision, but we should remember police work must be mixed with human tolerance. This boy faced a difficult mental problem sustained in the service of his country. Society would have gained little by his arrest. The important thing was he was ordered not to drive, and he was to receive immediate treatments. His parents assumed this responsibility. Incidentally, the officers checked the cafe where the subject claimed he was slugged. They found the whole incident to be a product of his imagination. Tonight you have followed Detective Unit 5-6 through a few of the problems encountered by your law enforcement officers. To give you a better understanding and insight is the reason for Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have been following Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty on The Night Watch. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch is brought to you with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and is described in the field by the official police recorder, Don Reed. Night Watch is produced by Sterling Tracy and Jim Hadlock.